Good morning, guys. Mr. Model back again for the Creative Core, and today we're going to be teaching you guys how to create your master pages in InDesign CC. So I was thinking about what the first tutorial was going to be, and since I'm in here working on some online publications for my magazine, I thought it would be great to start teaching you guys how to set up your master pages in InDesign. What we're going to do, we're going to teach you how to create your headers, your footer, and how to create separate master pages to help you navigate. So I want to keep talking your head off. Let's jump straight into it. Okay, so first what we're going to do, we're going to open up InDesign, and let's say we're working on a standard magazine. In InDesign, what you want to do is you want to go to Create New by clicking here, and you have different options with InDesign. You can see this uploaded template through MagCloud, which a lot of people sell their magazines and brochures and templates on. We're just going to go to print right here, which will give you, as you can see, and there's also different presets you can select. And if you're not familiar with these measurements, you can click on, you can change your measurements here from inches to points. We're going to do inches, so you can see it's a standard 8 by 5 by 11 sheet of paper, standard sheet of paper. And we're going to do maybe, let's say about 15 pages, I guess. Let's just be random for once, 15 pages. And let's go to create. You can always change the margins and the bleed section later, because to be honest, depending on what company you're going to be using to print out your work, you don't know what they're going to require for the measurements and the bleed and the margin. I noticed working with different companies that I've done freelance work for, they use different print companies, and every different company has a different setting for the margin and the bleed around the document. So keep that in mind when doing your work, because you can get so deep into the project that they have to go back in and change everything because you were never given the proper measurements for the print. So get that up front when you're dealing with companies, if you're doing freelance work. Okay, so let's find our little page setting over here. You see this thing says pages. All right, and you can see the pages right here. Pages, well, we said we want to do page 1 through 15, right? Yeah, we got 15 pages right here. All right, this is going to be your cover. And you can scroll down, and you got your left page, your right page, left page, right page. You can hit Control minus bracket, and you can zoom out to see even more. So let's go back up to the cover page, which is up here. All right. Say for instance, well, let's see what we're gonna do. Let's just go ahead and jump into the master page, because you can see on the bottom it says page 1 and it says page 2 and page 3, but you don't see the actual page numbers. So what you want to do is go into the master page. So what the master page is going to do is it's going to apply the settings based off this master page, and it's going to apply it to here. You see where it says A master, and you see A, that's where that page is going to be. So if you right click on this and you go to what was it? It's page attribute. Let me see, a page panel option. I can't remember. What was it? Oh, I think you have to go here and you go to master options for A master. There we go. So you got your prefix, which is the A, and you got name, which is master. So say for instance you want this to be startup. You can just type startup, and you want this to be an I instead of an A. Click OK, and it changes. All right, but we're just gonna hit Control Z and go back. Let's go back to the master page up here. All right. So what you want to do is when you go down, let me show you two different ways of doing this. First, what you don't want to do is just click on the text tool and scroll down here, and you can click page 1. As you can see, let me zoom in here. And let's just do this quote. Let's go back. Wow. Well, let's just retype it. My bad. Alright, page 1. And scroll this down. Because now that number is going to be on every single page. Alright, 1, 1, 1. You have to do something specifically to get that to change. So let's go back up to master. Let's go in here. And let's just delete that. Master. Let's go ahead and create our 1 or A. Let's just put an A. And let's highlight that. Go to type. Insert special character, markers. And we're going to make it the current page number. That's what we're going to do. Click on that. Alright, so when you go to, as you can see, the cover is going to be page 1. You have page 2, page 4, page 6, page 8. See what that option did? It did exactly what it said it was going to do. It turned it into the current page. And you need to take care of the right side also. So you can just copy and paste over here, or you can just hold down Alt or Option on Mac, excuse me, and drag that over here. And to be on the safe side, let's just go to our paragraph settings with the text, which would be how do we have it up here? Let's just go up here and click align right and align it to the corner, because I mean the numbers can get up to the hundreds and you don't want to have it on the left side and it just and you can't see it. As you can see, this green line is also a margin to keep your heading straight, so you can line everything up. There you go. And let's double click in there and highlight that, and we're going to make this one next page number. So when you go down, as you can see, we got page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7. Now you got your numbers running. Alright, now let's go back up to the page number. Let's say another thing also, whatever font you choose, it will change with that on every page also. So let's say you want to give it, let me see, this Gotham look. Alright, as you can see, it's on every single page. Alright, same thing with the headers. So if you go up to the top, and let's just create a rectangle tool, and let's just do something like this, and take off the border, and let's maybe fill it with a black. Let me double click in here, and I'll just make it a little gray, and let's create a text, and you're going to say introduction. Let's say if this was a fitness magazine, alright, and the first few pages is going to be talking about supplements. So let's go to supplements. Alright, and we're going to drag that right on top, and we're going to give that a white color. Let's zoom in here. I don't want to get too perfect, but I do feel like I'm in my element. And where's my text tool? Let's go to type, and we go to paragraph. There we go. Character. Click out of that, and let's capitalize all those. There we go. Now we go out, and let's go back to our pages. So we just did that on the master page, so that should be on every page, right? It should. Right down to the supplements, 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 supplements. Okay. Now we're like, okay, well, we only want that on pages 2 through 5. All right, cool. Now there's different ways you can do this. You see where it says none? All right. So if we don't want anything on page 2, you can actually like click on this page, right click, and go oh, you know what, you can just drag this down, you know what, or you can right click on this and apply to master page, and they're like, what page you want to apply this to? And we're going to go to all pages, or we're going to go to page 2. Alright, so we go to page 2, and there's nothing there at all. But you still see supplements on every other page. Let's go back. What I like to do, I just like to drag it down on there. So I just drag on, click on none, and just drag it on top of that page. And it should be gone. Where is it? What's going on? Oh, it's still clicked on master page, right? Yep, it is. So let's click on page 2. See? It's not there anymore. Alright? Let's go back. So say for instance, we only want supplements on page 2, 4, and 5, and we might want it on 10, 11, and 12. This is where you set up separate pages. So with me, I like to, another thing too also, before we jump into that, let's go back up the master page, and let's right click on this and click on duplicate. Okay? Why we're duplicating this? Because there are going to be some pages where, let's say for instance, let's go to page 2. Say for instance, page 2 is going to be a white background, okay, and it's going to be black text. The majority is going to be black text, or there's going to be a picture. Let's go ahead and try something right quick. Let's click on this box and let's bring in a picture. Okay, let's say this is from one of my latest online submissions. Let's just click on this right here. All right, you're not going to be able to see what's been on the master page, is because this is on top. If you move it, you'll see it. But the trick is, let's cover this so I can show you this. The trick: you right click on this image. Now this only if you're adding images. Like if you're doing text or whatever, you don't have to do this. But an image is going to cover everything on the page. All right, you're putting it on top of it, of course. So what you want to do is you want to right click on this, go to effects, and go to transparency, and turn that to overlay. Now I've tried everything from screen to soft light. What I do notice when I print out my work, overlay has the best setting overall. So you click on overlay, you click on OK, and as you can see, you start to see the supplements and everything blending in. Alright. The reason I want to create 2 separate master pages is because you're going to be in situations where alright, let me drag this over here so I can explain better also. This picture has a light background. The font is black. So say for instance this image was dark and you want to see a white number 2 instead of a black number 2 to pop up. So on your master page up here, you might want this master. Let's right click on that. Excuse me, go up to this toolbar and click on master option, and we want this to be font black for supplements, meaning every time we drop a supplement page, say for instance we have 10 pages that has information about supplements before we get into the next article of the magazine, which will be exercises, and then we get into the next issue of the magazine, which may be diet. So it's good to create these master pages so you can separate them and you can drop them on the different pages accordingly, based off how you want to lay out your magazine. So for this, I want my supplements, my font to be black. Alright, as you can see, both of them are black, and I think I'm gonna change this background to a different color so you guys can see it a little better. Let's go to red. Okay, let's zoom out and let's copy this over here, holding out Alt Shift, and we're gonna drag that and we're gonna put that in the right corner. Alright, so let's go back to our page and see what that looks like. Boom. Prime example. You see what I'm saying? I can't see that number. It's black. What if this, like I said, what if this was a dark image and I wanted white to be down there? Well, let's go to our master page B, where it's clean and there's nothing on here. Or what we can do to make life so much easy is just hold down your arrow, drag on all of this, highlight it, and just click delete. go back up to the A, hold down, click and drag on all this, hold down Control C, copy all that, go back to the master page B, excuse me, Control Alt Shift V, which is going to place everything, paste everything in place. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to click inside here and we're going to make this font white. Boom. So scroll over here, click in there, white, boom. Control 0 out. And let's go to our option up here. What's going on here? There we go, master options. And this one is going to be font white. Supplements. Alright, so let's go back to our page 2 and 3. And let's change this image to something with a little more darker background so we can get it. There we go, look at this. Perfect. And let's scale that down. As you can see, it's dark, but watch what happens when we drag the right page on top. Boom, what do we have? A white text. Simple as that. What if on our white text we didn't want red supplement tops? What if we wanted yellow, and we want our word supplement to be black? Let's do the same thing over here. Black, and we want the background top to be yellow. Alright, so we go back to our page 2. Boom, what do we have? Yellow top, page number 3. And then continue on. Let's just copy these images and just put them on page 4 and 5 as a test. And let's see, we swap this image out with this right here. Still black. Why is it black? Because we still have A. You see A right there, and you have A right there. What we need is B to go right there. Boom. And let's say we change this image to let's go with one of these blue colors. Maybe this one right here with a skin tone. See, this is where you're gonna have your options. All right. Let me see what display mode is. Okay. You have your options. In some cases, I might leave that black, you know, and some cases I might want white. I might just want to go with something like that because I like the white against the skin tone. You know, it's your preference, but this is how you create the pages, so you'll know what color you want to put on there. And at the end of the day, you can always go and create another master page and put, you know, I want the color to be a light gray. You know, you don't want to go out. I mean, depending on how you want your publication to look, or your brochure, or whoever you're doing the freelance work for, and depending on their preference of how they want the company's brand to look, you can always create pages like this and then export PDF files as mock-ups, and you can email it to them and like, what do you think of this color? You know, you could do 3 different mock-ups. I have one with black, I have one with white, and I have one with the light gray. You know, they might be crazy and outrageous and like, well, I want pink and I want blue and purple. Cool. You know, but you know, this gives you the option to create a mock-up to send to them so they can see and sit back with their team and like, okay, we like this, let's go with this to finalize it. And that's the beauty part of it. And another trick, you can also click on say for instance you're on this page and you don't want to go back into the master page and change things. You can actually right click on or say for instance this right here, instead of going and creating a different master page, excuse me, where I just want the page number and I don't want supplement. Say for instance this is this page right here with this young lady is actually an advertisement, and I don't want supplement, but I want to keep the white page number at the bottom. Instead of creating a whole nother master page, you can just right click on that page and create override all master items. And what that's going to do is going to override everything on that page. I mean, whatever you have on that page, whether it's text, fonts, pictures, is going to override it. Okay, it's like some Batman type stuff. So when you click on it, now you can actually click on, well, let's go to our layers. Let's see what we got here. You see the layer right here? You got page 6 at the bottom. What page am I on? First of all, alright, we're on page 4 now. Alright, go to layer. Then we got supplements. It says highlighted. We got the rectangle highlighted. We got the text frame down there at the bottom. Page 6 and page 11 are actually the pictures. The reason I can't click on it right now is because what do you see at the top of our layers list? You got the image and the image. In order to click on it, you need to grab the image and drag them to the bottom. That way these are on top. Okay, now they're selected and you don't have to, because there's going to be a lot of situations you're clicking on and you're like, well, I can't grab it. Go open your layers panel and see what's at the very top, because this is how Adobe has it set up. Whatever's on top is going to be clickable first. So if you want to scroll through your work and make life way more easier, click what you want to be clicked on, what you want to be clickable at the very top. So now I can even remove or just highlight, mute, make invisible what I want. If I want to delete it, say for instance I want to come back, I change my mind. Instead of having to go back and draw in another number, just hide it. All right. Same thing with the supplements and the rectangle. And I'm gonna go back and add my page number. Boom, done. All right. The power of the override. Okay. So what do we have? What have we covered today? We covered the headers, covered the page numbers, covered the colors, and you can go in, man. Some of my other magazines I have, on the 7 Hues I have like, let's just open one for instance. Let's go to one of my men's issues. I think this is my men's issue. Show you guys the flexibility you have with this, and it just makes it easier when you're working with different templates. All right, so we got Levi Parisien. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's some French word. Okay, so this was the guy on my 7 Hues Homes cover, 7 Hues Men. But look what I have here. I have 90 pages, and you see I have black text, which would be for like down here. I have white. I have my beauty. Say for instance, this was a beauty segment. Instead of having it up here, I would have, let's go to the right page, the beauty slot, put in there right there. Okay. Then I have just the bottom page, which was what we were just doing over here, right? Over here, meaning I don't want the top, I just want the bottom. Okay. Which would be over here. So if I just want just the bottom part of it and I want to drag that in, see how the top disappears and it's just the bottom number, and that's just black. If I want just bottom white, which would be like over here, remove this top and just have the bottom white, I click on that and drag that in, that's removed, and the white part right there. I do that a lot because there will be some images when there's a model and their face is up here, or there's something in the area, and I don't want my logo on top of them because it's covering a certain part of the body that I actually like. It makes the image stand out, and I don't want to put something on top of it because I feel like it's going to take away from the image. So I will create different master pages like, well, I'll just put the number on the bottom, or I'll just put the logo at top and I'll remove the logo, the page number from the bottom, because the number's in the way of something. It might be on top of the model's shoe and I think the shoe looks nice, or it might be on anything. I don't know, it just depends. That's the option you have, and that's why you want to create that. So in advertisements, I don't put, if I'm advertising something or if I have a promotion on the magazine, something I'm trying to promote, I won't put the page number on the bottom. Like right here when I'm promoting the 7 Hues man, you know, I just leave the page number off, you know, and I'll take the logo off the top. This is like an advertisement. It's not a paid advertisement through someone else. It's my personal promotion, but I will leave that off. Another one right here, and I will leave the page at the bottom. But over here, as you can see, there's no page number, because I wouldn't want the page number on top of this wallet, and I wouldn't want the logo over here, you know, because it's from a director's eye, a creative's eye. It takes away from the whole image. You know, you'll be sitting there looking at that instead of looking at the middle part. And it's an old photographer trait. You know what draws the eye, and where you want your consumer or your fan base to look at first. You know, and I feel that if I would have that on there, it's going to take away from it compared to a page over here where there's so much information. You wouldn't be worried about the page number. Your mind will automatically tell you in a psychological way that, okay, yeah, it's a page number. You know, compared to like an advertisement, you're like, okay, well, just leave that page off. You know, that's just my, personal preference. Okay, so yes, we got page numbers, we got headers, and we have master pages going on. Anything else I was going to talk about on this? We got our footer, we got our header, shows you guys how to create different master pages, and that's the start. We're going to keep going in on the next video. We might talk about typography. I might do that in a 2-part because that's going to be a lot, doing different because you're going to find inspiration also, unless you're just very great with creating vector images, you know, and vector types, yeah, that might be a 2-part video. So let's wrap this up. Look at this, page 1. This is the cover. Let's go to 9. We're going to drop that on and remove that. This is going to be your cover page. You don't want any numbers on that. Alright, I've never seen a brochure or magazine with a number on the front of the cover. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and share this with your friends. Add it to your favorites. We're going to be going in more in depth on this InDesign Adobe CC, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you.